Hello and welcome to Module 0, Entering Stillness, the first module in this Foundations of the Ba Duan Jin Course. In this module we're going to look at bringing our body to ease and finding stillness within ourselves before we start to put our body into motion. Let's begin. Find yourself a nice comfortable place, no distractions, where you are comfortable and at ease. Stand with your feet together, knees not locked but not bent, straight but soft. The hips tucked gently to lower the tailbone but not forcing forwards. Shoulders down as if reaching for the floor but not forceful, relaxed. The crown, back of the head, lifted high, the chin tucked in gently to lengthen and decompress the spine. Find yourself centering your balance evenly between the heel and the ball of the foot. Now gently close your lips. Don't squeeze, just gently press the lips together and bring the tongue gently to the roof of the mouth. This will create the connection between the renmai, the conception vessel along the front of the body, and the dumai, the governing vessel, the meridian at the back. By pressing the tongue to the roof of the mouth, we allow the energy to flow in a circuit. With that done, let's gently focus on our breathing. In through the nose and out through the nose. We want to avoid sharp inhaling and sharp exhaling. We want to try and bring the body to nice, even, steady inhalation and steady exhalation. Let the hands rest at the side now. And let's take a few breaths in, nice and relaxed, through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Now that we're breathing, let's focus on where we're breathing from and to. We don't want to be just lifting and collapsing the chest with shallow breaths. We want to picture the breath bringing energy into the body and all the way down into the abdomen. The dantian, the reservoir of qi. Here, just below the navel. By encouraging this flow of energy down into the dantian, we're also encouraging the activation of the diaphragm for this abdominal or diaphragmatic breathing. This will give us a much deeper set of breath work. So let's do that together. Breathe in through the nose and allow the abdomen to expand. Hold briefly and then just gently let the air escape through the nose as we collapse the abdomen back to its normal state. Let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Don't force the breath. Allow it to become natural. In time you won't need to think about the abdomen, but for now it's a nice way to focus to get that practice right. In time we want to lengthen the duration of the breath in and out, and we may even lengthen the pause in between the inhale and the exhale. In time this will allow us deeper control of our breath work, but until then just allow it to feel natural. Let's continue. Relax. Lips together, tongue to the roof of the mouth, and inhale through the nose. expanding the abdomen. And exhale, nice and gentle. Inhale. And exhale. Good. You're doing very well. Now, whilst we do this, let's run a quick body check or a body scan. As we inhale, picture the air coming into the nose, and as it comes into the body, we're picturing all the organs that the air passes and that energy passes, and we're feeling for anything that doesn't feel right, anything that's stressed, anything that's tense, and we focus on relaxing those areas, and then relax and exhale. Again, inhale, focusing on your own body. And exhale. Now you continue breathing, and as you do so, let me talk you through a quick body scan. Make sure that your neck is relaxed, your crown high, the chin tucked. Your shoulders are relaxed and dropped, not pulled back, but gently hanging to the sides. Your spine is relaxed but straight. Your tailbone tucked but relaxed. Knees straight but not locked. Your ankles supported but relaxed. Feel that your heels and your toes are digging into the floor, growing roots, finding your place here on this spot. There is nothing else apart from you on your spot and your breathing. Bringing in vital energy as you breathe in, and exhaling stale, stagnant energy, stresses and tensions that have built up throughout the day. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. You've done very well. Fantastic. Now that we've learned to control our breath and our spinal position with the crown and the hips, let's now look at a little bit more of the feet and to relax into the first part of Uji, our preparation stance. To do this, we want to learn to relax the knees a little bit more. Now, you'll remember I said not to lock the knees. If you have locked your knees, you will find that you need to force your knees forward in order to lower yourself into the stance. But when you have your legs comfortably and relaxed straight, you can simply lower and relax into this slightly lowered stance without forcing the knees. So let's do that with me. Stand tall, legs straight, arms at the side, knees straight but not locked. And just lower. Not too far, just comfortably. Almost as if you're sitting on a high stool position. And let's rise back up, remembering not to lock the knees. Lower. And rise. Very good. Now we're going to look at opening the stance. I'm going to work in mirror image. So pretend that I am your mirror image, and when I step off to my right, you will step off to your left. So let's begin. Let's soften the knees and gently shift the weight to the right leg. Lift the left heel and then the left toe. Gently step out, half a step. Toe down, then heel down, and centralize your body weight in the middle of your feet. Great. Now let's reverse the process. Shift the weight to the right foot, lift the left heel, the left toe, step in, toe, heel, and rise. Great. Let's repeat. Sinking over to the right foot, lift the left heel, toe, step out gently, toe, heel down, and centralize your weight. Great. Once more in each direction. Shift the weight, lift the heel, toe, gently step in, toe, heel, and rise, remembering not to lock the knees. Fantastic. Lower the weight, weight over to the right foot, lift the left heel, toe, half a step out, centralize the weight. Fantastic. Now that we have learned to shift our body weight, open and close our stance, now we can go back to focusing on our breathing, but first, let's look at our arms. Rather than having them to the side now, I want you to take a more relaxed position. A slight cavity under the arms. We're not trying to hold a big balloon like this, but we're not trying to squeeze in. Almost like we're holding a small orange or a tennis ball under the armpits. So this is our ready position. Shoulders are down, crown high, tailbone tucked, lips together, tongue to the roof of the mouth. Picture your feet growing roots into the floor. Finding yourself in this space, grounded and growing into the earth. Focus on your breathing. Long, steady breaths in through the nose, into the abdomen, and out through the nose. Picture as you breathe that every breath in brings new, positive energy. Let it wash through your body, invigorating you, charging you. And as you exhale, let the old, stale energy leave you. Any troubles and worries you've had through the day, any tensions or stresses, let them leave on every exhale and bring in new life and new energy with every inhale. Take time to focus entirely on you, your body, and your breath. We do not need to try and empty the mind, but rather focus the mind on what is important now, here, and that is your body, your breath, your energy. So being mindful now that your breath is at ease, it is long, it is steady, and not forced. That your body is at ease, relaxed. That your neck is relaxed, but your crown is high. Your chin is tucked. Your shoulders are down, but not pulled back. Your arms, elbows, wrists and fingers relaxed, hanging at the side, pulled gently down by gravity. Your spine is relaxed. Your chest and your abdomen are relaxed, working only to draw the breath in and out as we breathe. The hips are relaxed, supporting the body, gently tucked to lengthen the spine. The knees are soft and relaxed, but supportive, as are our ankles. Supportive, structured, but at ease. Our toes gently spread onto the floor, growing those roots deep into the earth. Finding your place, your position in the here and now. All that matters is our breath in and out. In and out. Very good. Well done. Okay, now let us continue. And we're going to look at the next stage of the Uji, which is the holding stance, which is going to look like this. Let's take it step by step and find this position. So let's begin where we left off. Feet together, feet grounded, finding our space, rooting into the floor. Knees straight but not locked. Shoulders relaxed, neutral. Crown high, chin gently tucked. Spine lengthened and the tailbone tucked, just to decompress the spine and lengthen. From this position, let's move on to the second stage. Bend the knees gently. Shifting the weight to the right leg, lifting the left heel, toe, and take half a step out, placing toe and heel, and centralize your weight. Let the arms drift from the body and find our neutral stance. Now, let's imagine gathering a big ball of energy. So we're going to take the arms out, turn the palms forwards, and gather in this big ball of chi energy, as if you're holding this big beach ball size ball of energy in front of the navel, the dantian, the reservoir of chi. The palms, center of the palm, Lao Gung point, both facing in toward dantian or just below the navel. Fingers naturally lengthened and naturally open, but relaxed. The wrists, the elbow, the shoulder are down and relaxed, but structured and gently rounded to form this holding shape. From here, I want you to see my fingertips face each other, and they are gently lowered because my wrists are relaxed. I don't need to be holding it rigid. Everything is relaxed but structured. And I want you to just picture that energy as you breathe in. Not just coming in and sitting in the dantian and being released again, but now I want you to picture this energy circulating through the body, through the arms, to the fingertips, and forming this ball of energy in front of the Lao Gung and between the hands and the dantian. Holding this position, everything relaxed, structured, and still. If you find your back starts to hurt, you get aches in the lower back, you may find you've allowed your hips to go out, so just make sure your tailbone is tucked to lengthen the spine and relax. Don't fight tension with tension. If you need to, you can roll the shoulders gently and find your ease position. This is very important for you to maintain this position at ease, is to not fight tension with tension, but to ease and relax into the position until it feels comfortable. And you'll find that you'll be able to spend more and more time in this position before you feel uncomfortable. Let's take a moment now, whilst we're here, to focus on our breath again. Stilling the body, inhaling through the nose with the lips gently together, the tongue at the roof of the mouth, filling the abdomen, and exhaling long and steady. Continue your body scan, noticing anywhere that starts to build up tension. Gently release if you need to. This will get easier in time. So please, don't punish yourself if you need to ease yourself while you get used to this position. But picture that fresh, bright, glowing, positive energy coming in with every breath, warming you up from the inside, building that reservoir of energy. Feel it starting to circulate through the body, through the arms, to the Lao Gong point at the middle of the palm, circulating in this ball of energy that we're holding between our hands and the dantian at the navel. You may now start to feel your arms warming up, especially at that Lao Gong point. You may feel the palms starting to warm up. It may become quite intense. You may have tingling at the ends of the fingers. This is perfectly normal for this stance. In traditional Chinese medicine, it's said that this is the energy flowing through the body that you can feel. But it's also your body getting used to this position. You're adjusting and adapting to strength through stillness and flexibility. Calm, passive, flexible, strong. This is building your body and your energy levels, helping to improve your health and strengthen every part of your body, including your immune system, your mental health. As you take time to focus on yourself, your breathing, nothing else. Nothing else exists outside your little bubble and your spot where you are rooted. As you gently inhale and exhale. Fantastic. Now, let's gently lower the hands to the sides, shift the weight to the right, step back in, and stand up again. Fantastic. We're making a great start to your foundations of your Ba Duan Jin through the Uji stance. Next, let's look at the lifting position. The lifting position looks like this, and it is a point that we will use as a transition through many of the positions in the Ba Duan Jin. So let me reset and we'll work our way through what we've done and go to this next point. So let's reset. Feet together, grounding. Imagine your feet rooting into the floor. Knees straight but not locked. Tailbone tucked but not forced. Spine relaxed but straight. Crown high, chin tucked. Relax, and let's focus on our breathing again. In and out. Fantastic. Now soften the knees, shifting the weight to the right foot. Lift the left heel, left toe, and gently step out half a step and centralize the weight. Fantastic. Relax the arms. Now let's move back to the holding stance. So let's gather that ball of energy. Imagine you're sitting on that stool, and in a nice relaxed manner you can hold this ball of energy as you breathe in and out, picturing that energy building up and growing. Now, gently lower the hands together until they sit, palms facing up, just below the navel. This is the lifting position of the Uji. Fantastic. Now, from this position, let's just do another body scan and make sure we're not holding tension. So the crown is high, the chin is tucked, but the neck is relaxed. The back is straight but relaxed. Tailbone is tucked. And the knees are soft, like we're sitting on a stool. The arms are relaxed but structured. We're holding them in a position, but we're not holding tension. Everything is relaxed. Now from the lifting position, let's just do a gentle movement. Imagine we're lifting this new energy up through the body and then just open up and return. As we lift, just gently straighten the knees, remembering not to lock the knees. So we lift, rising with the knees, the hands, push away and open up, sinking as our arms come back down, back to the lifting position. Again, rise, push away, open up and sink. Fantastic, you're doing very well. Now let's put our breath work together with this. So if you need to, you can breathe naturally through this. But if you would like to try the breath work with me, we're going to breathe in as we rise. Pause briefly at the top and then exhale as we come back down. A brief pause in the lifting position and then inhale as we rise, pausing with the breath and exhaling gently as we come down, back to the lifting position. Well done. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Well done. Now let the hands gently float to the sides, shift the weight to the right, and step back in. And rise back to the start position. Well done. Now, let's put it all together. So just shake your legs off, shake your arms off, roll your shoulders if you need to. If you need to move anywhere else, That's fine. We need to be easing these movements, not holding tension. So this is okay in between sets. Okay, fantastic. Feet together, hands to the side, lips together, tongue to the roof of the mouth, feet grounded, knees straight but not locked, hips tucked, crown high, chin down, sink. Step out, gather, hold, steady breaths in and out, lower to the lifting position and rise on the inhale, lower on the exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Lower the hands, shift the weight, step in, rise, relax, take a moment, move, roll the shoulders, move your hips, bend your knees, shake your feet, feel at ease again. And just take a moment just to feel yourself relaxed. Fantastic. We're doing very well now. We have one position of the Uji left, and that is going to be the pressing position. The pressing position is going to look like this. You'll see that it is an inversion of the lifting position. One lifts and one presses. So it's nice and simple now to lead on from the lift to the press. The one brings the energy up and the other presses it down. So we're going to keep these concepts as simple as possible so that you can follow them without having to overthink. So let's work our way to this pressing position. Let's start where we began. Feet together, knees straight but soft, tailbone tucked, feet rooting, back long, straight, crown high, chin tucked, shoulders relaxed. Very good. If you still have any tension from the last exercises, take this moment to run another body scan and focus your attention through the crown, down to the neck, the shoulders, roll them to release tension, down to the back, the abdomen, the arms. Wiggle the fingers if you need to. If you need to move the hips, that's fine. Soften the knees, ankles, anything you need to do now to feel at ease. That you're not building up tension, you're learning to release it. This will get easier with time and practice. But if this is your first time, you may feel that muscles that you're not used to using may start to ache a little bit. That's okay, that's perfectly normal. So, now that we are at ease, lips together, tongue to the roof of the mouth. Steady breaths in through the nose, into the dantian, and steady long breaths out, releasing the old stale energy. Breathing in that new invigorating energy, breathing out the old and stale. And out. Very good. Soften the knees. Weight to the right foot. Lift the left heel, toe, half a step. Centralize the weight. Relax the arms. Creating that cavity between the arm and the armpit. And gather that ball of chi and hold it. Making sure that every part of our body is structured but relaxed. Don't hold on to tension. Focus on your breathing in and out, steady and long. Roll the shoulders if you need to. Wiggle the hips if you need to, the knees. But let's, over time, minimize how often we need to do so. Picture that energy flowing around the body, through the arms, and gathering at the dantian. Lower the hands to the lifting position. Now, this time, I'm going to take the hands out as if gathering all the energy from the earth, raising it up, palms facing down, and then I'm going to bring that new positive energy down into the body and pressing the old and stale energy down into the ground. Fantastic. As we do so, let's run another body scan. So let's open up, picture the energy scooping up from the ground and all the way up and bringing the energy from all around you down into the body. Bring it down into the crown. Check in that our crown is raised, our neck is relaxed, our lips pursed gently, the chin tucked, neck relaxed, shoulders relaxed, chest relaxed, abdomen, diaphragm relaxed. Nice, long, steady breaths. The back is relaxed, the tailbone tucked, but the hips are relaxed. And as we get down to the front here, allow that scan to continue down, that the knees are relaxed, the ankles are relaxed, and our feet are well rooted. Good. And let's rise again, lifting as we inhale, and sinking as we exhale. Let's try to synchronize this with our breath, if we can. So if we can take, let's say 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4 in, pause, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 out. If you struggle, that's okay. We can go in and out. In and out. A more natural breath cycle. If you are more seasoned to this, let's try to lengthen that breath gently in, pausing briefly, and out. In and out. Now, let's gather the energy again, back to the holding position. And to end this module, imagine a ball of energy growing again between the hands and the dantian. Feel the palms warming up. And now slowly draw the energy back in to the dantian. From there, relax. Feet together. And from there, I will say thank you. Keep practicing, and I will see you in Module 1.